everybody, and we have some news on the health regen stuff that's going on in Destiny. If you are not aware, basically they changed the way that Hungering Blade works to give it just a flat amount of health instantly instead of immediately triggering health regen. Well, this also broke pretty much everything in the game. It changed Cauterize, Transfusion, Red Death, Suros. It changed so many things. And that was not intentional, but what Bungie said is, let's see how these changes go, and then you guys can let us know what you think of these. Well, the community was pretty vocal on that the lifesteal for Voidwalkers and the Red Death and Suros and all this stuff definitely needs to be changed. It needs to go back. Well, we actually got an answer on the forums today as to what is happening with those things. So I'm going to go ahead and read what Josh Hamrick had to say about the changes that are coming. So first of all, he did give a little bit of an explanation behind these changes, and he said that having an enemy's ability or attack be able to completely erase any progress you've made and completely reset an encounter feels bad. Also, when one-hit kill weapons are less dominant, those abilities and attacks become more dominant as they are harder to stop. So that's the reasoning behind having them be exactly the same. The reason why Hungering Blade staying exactly the same would quote unquote feel bad. So what they are doing, now he has said in capital letters and underlined and bold that these numbers may change, but these are the numbers that they are currently looking at doing in terms of changing some things around. So for each of the elements below, which I'm going to state, they're going to keep the change. So you're going to kill someone with Hungering Blade and get a big chunk of health, but they're going to buff the amount of health that you get back by 58%. So that's going to be Hungering Blade, Red Death, Lifesteal, Transfusion, and Cauterize. Now, it is worth noting that on Transfusion and Cauterize that they are removing the cooldown. So every time you hit someone with Transfusion, you get the health back. Same with Cauterize. So when you're throwing hammers, you're going to be getting your health back every single time, or, you know, when you hit someone, you're going to be getting your health back. When you kill someone with a sticky, you're going to be getting your health back. There's not going to be any cooldown. So those things, Hungering Blade, Red Death, Lifesteal, Transfusion, and Cauterize are staying the same in terms of the way that we have had lifesteal and just the health coming back since the patch. You're going to get a big chunk of health, and it's not going to immediately start regen. You're not going to get all of that health and all of your shields back. You're just going to get a big chunk, and that big chunk is being buffed by 58%. Now, for the following things, those are going to be returned to what they were before the patch, and that is Suros Regime, No Backup Plans, Ward of Dawn, Cast, Apotheosis Veil, and Embrace the Void. So first of all, I want to say that it's really good that Bungie's talking to us. It feels like it's been a long time since we've had back and forth with someone that deals with Crucible balance. And I gotta say that I really love what Hamrick's doing. He's been on Twitter talking to people. He's not just been like telling people to get good or being like, well, sorry, can't talk about it. He's been having a lot of back and forth and really seems interested in having an honest communication about how these changes feel to the players. So that is super awesome. And then to see this post on the forum talking about this is such a fast change. It's like the patch only came out on Tuesday. It's now Saturday, and we have a forum post talking about the changes that are going to be made, and we're getting exact numbers too, which I really freaking like. Now, I don't know if this is going to make the change great. Josh Hamrick doesn't know if this is going to make the change great. They don't know if this is going to be the best thing for all of these abilities, but it looks like this is what we're going to be trying out next and seeing how that feels. I feel like a 58% buff is pretty good. I don't know how that's going to affect Red Death because I personally have really enjoyed Red Death, and with the change, it's not been good. It's not been so good. So maybe that 58% buff will actually be super freaking amazing and you can just mow people down, but I'm definitely excited to try these things out, and it's definitely moving in the right direction. Definitely happy that Ward of Dawn Cast gets your health back. That's something that needed to happen, and I'm hoping that they can fix when you pick up orbs and you have the infusion thing on your helmet. I hope that that goes back to normal because it definitely should. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. All in all, I'm happy that we have communication. What this shows, if anything to me that's super positive, is that we have a back and forth, and That's something that has kind of been missing for a little bit. So let me know in the comments section, what do you think about this? Is this something that you think is good? Do you think they should just revert absolutely everything? Do you understand their reasoning behind it, that with less special, these abilities would be too strong? Let me know in the comments section, guys. You can look forward to a ton of videos today because Trials was fun and I want to talk about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you awesome people later. Bye.